Starting a drone program for your organization can seem like a daunting task. After all, you're responsible for implementing a new emerging technology within your steady organization, and you probably want to make sure that you're making the right decisions along the way to get the best outcome for your business. In some sense, you are the architect of drone endeavors, and you need to make sure that teams and resources in your organization are designed to maximize the overall productivity gains for your organization. So with that in mind, what are the top 5 things that you need to bear in mind while architecting a drone program? We'll have a look in this video. Hey everyone, I'm Varun, the founder and CEO at Hammer Missions, and in this video today, we're going to look at what are the top 5 things that you need to consider to architect a great drone program for your organization. We're going to start with identifying the key performance indicators. From the get-go, it's important to understand what will be the key performance indicators for your drone program. Is it the business goal to reduce costs, or is it to increase revenue? If it's to increase revenue or to reduce costs, then by how much? And what metrics can you track to understand if your drone program is set up for success? Most of the times, these metrics are going to be tied to a specific industry. So for example, if you're in the mining industry and you're conducting drone magnetic surveys, maybe you're trying to eliminate target sites for mineral exploration as quickly as possible, and therefore survey line per kilometer is an important metric for you. Conversely, if you're in the construction industry, you're probably trying to document the site or the infrastructure's present condition and what are the different objects on site and monitor them over time. How long did a drone site map or an asset inspection take, and what are the key costs involved per survey or inspection would be the key metrics in a construction operation. So tracking metrics can be a good way to measure performance and to help you understand how to design your drone program so that all the important aspects of it can be tracked and measured. You also want to find a way to track these metrics in a scalable way so that increasing the size and scale of your operation, which will over time, you're still allowing yourself to be able to measure these metrics and track these metrics over time. Ultimately, you can only improve what you measure. Assessing and planning resources. Once you've got a good handle on what you're aiming to achieve in the drone program and how you're going to track the right metrics for success, it's also important then to assess and plan the required resources for your drone program to be successful. This list is not exhaustive, but it should at least include use cases. What are the different use cases you're looking to achieve or fly with your drones? Teams. Which teams need to be involved and in what stage and in what way? Hardware. What hardware do you need? And by hardware, we mean not just the drones, but also the cameras, mobile tablets, cables, electricals, and more. Software. What software do you need and what requirements should it have? Can it scale to your needs not just today, but also in the future? Training. What training and drone certifications are needed in your specific geography? And compliance. What documentation do you need to maintain for your operations? Organizing your team's workflows. Once you've got the KPIs and resources nailed, it's time to put all of it together into repeatable workflows for your team to execute and refine. It's difficult to get this right from the get-go, so we recommend a strategy known as the minimal viable operation. This strategy takes the view that it's important for you to be able to get the drone operation number 1 under your belts and to deliver the end result from capture, processing to delivery, and then take your KPIs to understand how you can refine and improve this MVO, minimal viable operation, till it's a perfect fit for your organization. Some of the key questions to consider while organizing your team's workflow are: which team is in the best position to plan drone service and inspection? Who's going to be flying the drones? Is it the same team as the planning team? How is the drone data going to be stored, tracked, and maintained over time? How do you make sure high quality data is collected throughout the organization and a standard is set for quality? How will the teams communicate with each other? And what workflows are needed for efficiency? So these are some of the different considerations that you need to keep in mind. And if you're looking for an end-to-end workflow for any kind of drone inspection, here's another video that we've done in the past that might shed more light on that. So it's natural to find interdependencies between different chosen resources and workflows in this step. For instance, the software can be a major role in setting the correct workflows for your team. If the software natively supports your required workflow, great. If not, reach out to your software solutions provider to see if the specific workflow can be implemented. Sometimes choosing the right hardware can also make a huge difference. For instance, if you require flying many different drone flights over a short period of time, perhaps investing in a high megapixel camera is a good strategy, as this would allow for flying from a greater distance but still maintaining high quality. If you're interested in learning more about this, please check out our post on camera megapixels and how they affect end deliverable quality. Identify and create budgets. Once you've got a good understanding of your KPIs, resources and workflows, it's time to put a cost value to the drone operation. What budgets will be needed to fund your operations both today and also in the future? An important consideration here is to understand what the budgets look like in contrast to the overall business goals. If the costs only represent 10% of the total value added by drones to the business, could you afford to spend more and add further value to the organization? Sometimes it's useful to have this conversation not just internally, but also with your hardware and software suppliers, who might be able to recommend strategies on how to best allocate your budget for efficiency gains both today and in the future. Finally, plan a multi-use strategy for growth. Every drone operation starts off due to a burning need that needs to be satisfied by the organization. For example, if you're spending too much time getting scaffolding or cherry pickers up for building inspections, just use a drone. If climbing on buildings, cell towers, wind turbines is becoming unfeasible, use a drone. If you want to accelerate your mineral exploration or your solar survey, use a drone. While starting off with a use case and planning a drone operation around it can be a great starting point, it's also important to consider what would your drone operation look like in 18 months, 5 years, and 10 years. It's important to understand what a drone is, a general purpose machine designed to fly and collect data which would otherwise be more expensive to obtain. So, does your organization have multiple use cases that can be fulfilled by the same flying machine, aka drone? After all, that's how we use computers, tablets, and smartwatches today. So why should drones be any different? Alright, so that's pretty much it. Those are the 5 things that we think you should bear in mind whilst architecting or designing a drone program from scratch. If you need any help with this, do reach out to us. We are Hammer Missions. We're essentially a software platform that helps drone UAV teams work with versatile and high quality drone data for site surveys and asset inspections. Our goal overall is to help UAV teams to cut costs and to increase ROI by building operational efficiency in your drone program. So if you like this video, do give us a like. If you think that others in your team might benefit from watching it, do share it with them. And if you want to be notified for any other videos that come in the future, do subscribe to our channel. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Knowledge Hub.